The song Waiting for You came about with my involvement in a jazz festival. I wanted to compose a piece of music that I felt would be representative of Sicily and sound Sicilian, and something that I could put on Arturo Sandoval's music stand and say, "Hey, Arturo, check this out. I'd love you to play it on the festival." And so with that in mind, I sat down at the piano and started doing my usual thing. And, sometimes things flow better than others. This particular experience was like that. And before I knew it, I had a pretty nice song. When Kristen got home that day, I said, "Hey, babe, I wrote a new song. I'd like to play it for you." And so I sat down at the piano and started playing the song. And when I was done, I looked over there and I thought she was going to pass out. I said, "What's wrong?" I said, "Are you okay?" And she said, "Oh my God," she said. And I thought, "Oh, it couldn't be that bad, could it?" And she said, "That's the most beautiful melody, song, something, I've ever heard."
And he said, I'm doing this as an instrumental. And I said, "No bleeping way. One, there's going to be lyrics to it, and I'm going to be singing it."
Next thing I know, she shows me her lyric, "I'm waiting for you." And I guess I had the same reaction, sort of like as she did, to my music. Wow, this is a really, really good. This is a good lyric. I like it. I approve.
I think everyone's experienced being in the situation in a relationship where somehow you wanted to go to a higher level, or to be committed to this person, to be married to this person, and it just doesn't work out for the other person. They're procrastinating, they're not ready yet, and they stall you every time you bring it up. So I had a week to work on it. And Brooke came out the night before we were recording, and I said, "Let me sing this for you. What do you think? Because I might want to do this, I might want to do that." And we came up with some ideas.
Do, re, mi, re, do. So let's just do that 3 times.
So the reason why we decided to do 3 versions is that Brooke, Rich, and I are so different in our genres, in our voices, that we cover all ranges. And Brooke's classical, I'm country pop, and Rich is Sinatra crooner.
You want forever to the excuses I have heard.
Me singing Waiting for You was very emotional because of experience in my life where I was able to tap into, when I was singing it, sort of the feelings of sort of being there. And it's important that you do that on every song, because that's how you're able to connect with the people that hear it. You bring emotion to them because you have emotion in your voice. Now, Brooke, she's only 23, 24, or whatever she's going on. I think she's going 24. She doesn't have the experience that I have with that. So it's not that she didn't do a phenomenal job. She did.
Time away breaks down my heart, makes me ache when we're apart. How can I ever stay sad?
And when Rich sang his version, he actually changed up a couple words here and there because it was coming from a man's perspective rather than a woman's perspective. But when I wrote the lyrics, there were times that Rich would be going over them at the piano, and he said, that word can't work. And I said, that word has to work, because that's the only thing that's like the connection. That's what people are going to get.
For this particular occasion, we needed to have a real string section. And I found these ladies online that really impressed me, Italian ladies. And I heard them online on their website. And I thought, yeah, I mean, they're great. And so we struck up a kind of a friendship, and they cut me a price. It was good. It was okay. And so I just brought them out and recorded them. I also recorded Doug Webb, who's been playing on just about every recording I've made in the last 10 years. So Doug came out and played flute on this. And then Kristen twisted my arm and got me to play a little solo piano. Matt, our studio guy, is also a great, Matt Thorne is his name. He's a great guitar player and bass player. So we got him to do another track of acoustic guitar. My first guy, Chris, did a track of picking acoustic guitar. So we have two nice acoustic guitars on there. We have two nice pianos. One guy playing the chords, and me noodling around a little bit. And with the strings and the flutes, and we have a drummer just doing a very basic drums and hi-hat and snare drum brushes. We wound up with 3 different versions of the same song. I don't know if people do that all the time. Why wouldn't they? But if they don't, well, we did. We don't know whose version we're going to use for what, when, and why, and where. We're just happy to have had the opportunity of all 3 of us being able to sing it. It worked out.
I really feel that majority of people have gone through some experience in their life with someone that they really wanted it to go further, and it just didn't. And the song doesn't have an ending, because unless that person breaks the chain, there is not going to be an ending. You're just going to continue to be in the cycle with this individual until you are the one that makes a change.
How can I ever be sure of this love you say is pure?
Time away breaks down my heart, makes me sad when we're apart.